What's going on? Chris Duplessi, driver of the Shift Culture C6 Corvette. We just went through seating bracket. The track is a ton of fun. It caters a little more to my driving style. What's going on? Chris Duplessi here. Kind of recap of the weekend. We've thrown together a quick video. Ton of fun, great course. Obviously, US Drift, a great bunch of people. I'm having an absolute blast. Didn't have the results we were hoping for, but this is only my third time in the car, so a little bit to be expected per se. And then we're still kind of chasing just a little bit of car setup. Car had some damage after an event, and so I don't think the setup's been quite right since, but I think we're gonna get that sorted. So I'll give you a little talk through on, you know, a little overview of the weekend and what went good and what didn't go well. So here we're gonna jump right into it.
Here we go. We got Chris Duplessis. So he's in the Corvette. And you have Salvio, the Smoke Daddy
himself.
Silva.
He's coming out here looking good in green. They've both been driving for a while here. Chris coming all the way from Tampa. Savio from Fort Myers. Both these guys, big energy in the pits, but something about that Savio, man, he just is.
So I actually ran against Savio before at Leadfoot City. He's very, very good, very consistent. So just by chance, I got paired up with him again, but excited to run with him. I think car power-wise, he might have a bit more, and then obviously a bit more experience, but I think it was matched well, better than some of the slower cars that I struggled to kind of keep angle with. So I was excited to run against him again.
Part of the Drift family for so long. Drift HQ really coming through for a lot of drivers when they need it, but take it away here.
Here's Chris Duplessis.
And so, for whatever reason, all day I was struggling with leaving the line with enough pace. And I don't know if it's just the gearing. Like first gear, I ended up having to shift twice because we were running in third gear, which it just was slow. And so I was starting off in second, but a couple of times I started in second and it bogged, and then it was even worse. So I was trying to leave the line with a little bit of wheel spin, but I think we're just maybe our tires are a little narrower than they should be. But I just kept leaving the line a little slow, which actually here you can see it actually screws Savio up a little bit, which I think is why I think I had a better lead run. And you'll see when I run against Lucas, it was kind of the same thing. His car was a little slower, and I actually struggle with that. It is, one of the things with this series is that their cars difference is quite a bit. So there's, some little lower level cars, and then our car is probably mid-range, and then there's some full-on, Formula Drift pro spec cars. So just, it just comes with the territory, and I was just struggling off the line. I think just, product of gearing and, tire size and things, but all excuses.
It is something with the setup of that car.
Yeah. He was talking about he was having some struggles today.
And so, get into the zone. Something that I've struggled with just because coming from rally is having to look down at a painted surface where I'm used to trees. Like you very much know where the road is and the track is. And so even like road racing, you're more visualizing further up in the line you want to be, not where you need the car, with a painted surface. So just interesting. It's just tricky, but got in good here. I think Savio, same thing, wasn't expecting for me to go in so slow effectively. So he had to go in a little shallow, and then he actually, I think, stopped sliding. He comes out of the drift for the transition. Yeah, right there. I mean, he kind of squares up, and I had a decent spot here. I think I run a little wide for the inside clip, which was actually tricky this course. If you got the first corner right, set you up good for the second one. If you carried that first corner a little long, so here I did it all right. I just went in a little deep for the inner clip, which then kind of screwed you up for that final outer clip. and Savio just gets a little bit of a better spot on the inside. But I think all in all, decent run. And then I think even the judges say that they thought I had the advantage after this. Then it just, came down to the chase, and we'll get into that. Yeah, and so then same thing, leaving the line, he had grip and just took off, and I just got wheel spin, and he just left me. I mean, just gone. And so then it just, kind of a no contest at that point, even though I'm right on my marks, right where I need to be. But he was just out of there. The distance, I closed it up a little bit at the end, but I just couldn't get there, and then it looks stupid. So I totally understand that he won that one. But it was fun. Again, it's fun running against someone that is pretty dialed in. It keeps that pressure up. And I went and chatted with him after, and he said, he's like, dude, I've run with you twice now. He's like, third time you're going to get me. He was awesome guy. Really, really enjoy him and all the Drift HQ guys. Everybody in the paddock is awesome. So I wasn't sad about that. And actually the way US Drift Circuit does the seating and the brackets, a little bit of it's up to chance. So you get paired up in seating with someone, but then even in the finals, it could be kind of luck of the draw who you go against. And I think everyone's got their own skill set, and it could be more or less a fair race, no matter who you get paired up with.
What's going on? Chris Duplessi, driver of the Shift Culture C6 Corvette. We just went through seating brackets. The track is a ton of fun. It caters a little more to my driving style, a little faster, a little flowier. Still learning the ropes, but went quite well. It felt like I was feeling a little more dialed in. We changed some different tires. We're gonna go up for a little more practice, and then on to the final brackets. So super excited. Thanks to all our partners, Alliance Land Development, P1 Motor Club, obviously Shift Culture. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much.
We have our drivers coming up, lining up, staging up, getting ready. Man, I'm super excited. I love being a part of this ceremony. So drivers, are you guys ready? I hope you guys are amped up and ready like I am, because let's start your engines. Let's get it, boys.
All right. And so same thing, I'm chasing Lucas now, and I took off hard, and you can actually see the front of the car dip because I had to lift twice, and then he rolled into it and almost took off a bit. But I reeled him in pretty quickly. But then I was coming in quicker on him, had to square up. And then here you see, this is just the racing side of me come in. He's shallow, so I go wide like I'm going to pass him. And it's hard to shake that. But so yeah, he just, in this, you're supposed to emulate exactly what the other car does. So I went a little deeper, got more of that clipping point, was more sideways and things, but it's actually not what they're looking for. So it might look like a cooler run, but it isn't. But, again, I think it was I'd actually love to see if there was such thing as a scorecard, which there isn't. But for someone that's new to this, it'd be great to see where you're getting dinged on points to be able to, get better at it and learn. And I'm sure the judges would actually, walk me through it, but they're busy at that time. And then for my lead run, was actually hoping I'd be able to gap him. And he was actually quite good at keeping it shallow enough to stay with me. But flicked it in hard and then actually hung a tire off outside of that clipping point, which is, again, to me is a little new. I didn't hit the post, so to me it's, I didn't hit a tree, but if you're outside of that painted zone, it's a ding towards you. And then same thing, missed that inner clip a little bit, but did get over or did get back for that last transition and that final one and got those two outer clips. So I think it was actually a pretty good run. But however the judges feel and however it works out, I think the biggest thing they talked that they dinged me on that first clipping point, but again, the lines were kind of blown off and I didn't hit the post. So for me, it was fair game. But that's not what they're looking for. And then he did a great job. Lucas did a great job just kind of hanging with me and taking what I threw at him, which was pretty inconsistent. And I went and chatted with him after, and he says he does a ton of sim driving, and he's like, you just get so good at following and, kind of choosing your line and different paces and things. So, which I've never done drifting on a sim. But yeah, so it ultimately went to him, but I think it was quite a fair battle. To be fair, both that I was in, again, luck of the draw and just how it goes. I still have a lot to learn. Car setup a bit. We have nitrous we can hook up. This would have been the event to have nitrous, so I wouldn't have been bogging if I didn't get wheel spin in second. But you learn from this. Very grateful for all the partners, especially for Dave at Shift Culture. giving me the opportunity to jump in this thing and learn. You know, it's an expensive car, expensive weekends, and so to throw a novice in like me is quite cool. I don't think many people get this opportunity, so really, really pumped about that. Excited to keep making friends, learning the sport. On to the next one, hopefully a little more car setup.
Judge Sport. That's a good story. 14-year-old kid like that is a Judge Sport. No I'm sorry. You gapped him. He gapped you. Yeah. That's the end. Had a good run, but we got eliminated. Still learning the car, but felt quite good. Met my marks, had the speed, but you know, it's Judge, and that's how it goes.
It was definitely clear that we beat. But I think to his point, they wanted a good story of a 14-year-old winning.
Yeah, 14-year-old smoked me.
That is not
I
true.
used to be that kid.
We won that.
I was the 14-year-old smoking old guy, so good on him, but that's how it goes. It was fun.
All right. Well, I feel he did the better run, so that's all that matters. So,
Well, I'm going to go see my dude.
you know, it's time. Let's go key a car. Let's go.
Oh, my God. He doesn't have a car. He's only 14.
It's his dad's car.
Oh, man.